Folks, the best player on the PGA Tour in 2011 is Mark Wilson.
It's great to welcome five-time PGA Tour winner Mark Wilson to Golf Central, making your debut. And what a perfect time talking about the Mayakoba Golf Classic, which was the site of your second win.
What I really like most about the golf course is that it's a place where if you are on, the birdies are plentiful. But if you're just a little bit off, it can humble you quick. My disparity in score ranged from 66 to 79 in my career. And so I've seen both sides of it. Tiger Woods usually sees the good rounds, but he's had some high ones as well. I'm glad you brought up basketball, because it reminds me one thing about Gary Woodland I got to throw in is that he actually reached out to Ray Allen a bunch of years ago, and Ray Allen introduced him to his current trainer.
Interesting.
And it kind of changed. Gary had some injuries going and stuff, and he really kind of changed his workouts, his nutrition. And so we kind of credit Ray Allen for maybe this today a little bit in a sense. You know, it all comes back to Milwaukee here. And the par threes at Mayakoba are a breath of fresh air. I mean, we're used to playing a lot of par threes that are 200 yards plus. Here it is so amazing. When you get to the fourth hole, you see the Caribbean Sea and Cozumel in the distance, and then your caddy tells you it's only 112 yards to the hole. So you grab your sand wedge and you go flag hunting.
Martin Kaymer at the top of the leaderboard today. What do you make of his resurgence, at least for this week?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about how he hasn't won in 5 years, but he also hasn't even been in the top 125 in the FedEx Cup standings since 2015. What I like the most about Martin Kaymer that he is not driven really by trophies or money, fame, fortune, whatever it might be. He's driven by personal satisfaction in improving his craft. When he became the #1 player in the world, Coach, he didn't feel he was #1 because he couldn't hit a draw. So he went back to the drawing board, tried to figure that out, added to his arsenal. That's just kind of standard for us, no matter what. Even when he's practicing, I bet he waves. I remember my wife caddying for me in a U.S. Open local qualifier, and I was used to playing on the PGA Tour, and I made a nice putt on the first hole, and my first reaction was to wave, and she goes, who are you waving at? There's nobody out here watching us. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. He's been working with performance coach Dr. Clayton Skaggs here for a while. He's talked about trying to focus on the 3 Ps, perspective, persistence, and poise. Certainly would need poise in this situation. I kind of think of that as calmness under pressure. You know, a lot of weird stuff happened this hole so far. See if he can be poised to knock this one in.
This is big. This is huge for those guys.
It really is. And I think Corey Connors, though, is kind of playing with house money. He's playing out of that 126 to 150 category. So he kind of started the year knowing he's going to get limited starts. He's had an amazing year. Monday qualified already 3 times, finished 3rd at the Sony Open after Monday qualifying. So for him, I think he's actually got less pressure. I think he's going to go out there, freewheel it.
Mark, show us what they're going to be facing.
It's an S-shaped par 5. Most players you're going to see are just going to go ahead and hit it straight away at that tree in the distance. Rory took it well right, trying to fit it into this 8-yard wide fairway you see that actually slopes toward the water. Both those guys just laid up in this vicinity. I got to see the 9 under par 62 that he shot at Cog Hill, course record.
Up close and personal?
And he bogeyed the first hole, and I parted. I was like, this guy's got nothing on me.
I'm a big 6'3".
4 hours later, he was 9 strokes better.
All kidding aside, it's an honor to sit next to you, if for no other reason than you got to play with Tiger Woods.
For this week, Langer's going to make it rain like he did there. Langer's got it.
Look at Mark doing the flies.
Yeah.